Boots and Heels. We're so glad you joined us.
I'm Boots.
And I'm Heels. Wow, let's talk about that sham of a hearing that's been going on. I'm sure it's captured everybody's attention out there. It certainly is about to make me puke.
Aren't Americans tired of all of their hard-earned wages being stolen by these jokers in the White House and used for things like this?
It's like a clown event. I mean, it's the craziest thing. I mean,
it's the ugliest clown car I've ever seen.
I mean, even when there is anything, I mean anything that gauges towards any kind of defense in Trump's direction, you don't see that on the news anyway.
No.
They're taking snippets of that and cutting it out. It's absolutely asinine, crazy what I see going on in America. But then we shouldn't be surprised, should we?
No, we shouldn't. I mean, it was the fake collusion. I mean, they talk about conspiracy theorists, but actually it all started with the left and with Democrats and with the war they waged against common sense people in this United States and President Trump. I mean, they have literally used every agency, everything they could to wage war against us.
Yeah. We went through it, remember, for years.
Yeah.
For years and years. Actually, it's been going on for a lot longer than that. I think it's just that Trump exposed it. He exposed the swamp. And then, of course, that just made them go into overdrive on literally digging themselves deeper to cover up their, ickiness.
I don't even think they try to hide it anymore.
Well, they don't anymore.
Yeah, they're so out in the open with it because who are you to accept anything? I remember Biden. Biden always said, "I don't work for you." Well, I mean, clearly he doesn't. None of them do.
No. And, really they don't have to try to hide it anymore because it's easier to sell the public on things than it is to try to cover themselves up.
Right.
I mean, they might as well because it's absolutely proof that it's easier to sell the public. Throw it on the news and you'll just kind of eat it up and believe it. It's crazy.
Right.
I mean, let's talk about Ray Epps.
Oh, my word.
I mean, that's all over everywhere, right now. The supposed Trump supporter.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
If I put on a Biden shirt right now, that doesn't mean I'm a Biden supporter.
Hallelujah.
Let's just clear that up right now.
Yeah.
You can wear the hat and be a hater.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, let's think about that. There's video evidence, lots of it, of him
Eyewitnesses.
Screaming. And, we're sitting here, if he's a Trump supporter, I mean, certainly we probably wouldn't be, loving the fact that we would be exposing that, but we would still do it because it would be truthful. And he's out there and he's screaming, go in, storm the Capitol. And you have all these Trump supporters standing around him saying, no, and pointing at him and accusing him of being an FBI agent, when really it was peaceful protesting. And they were just trying to get down to the Stop the Steal, which was already, by the way,
already there.
Organized,
exactly.
And rented space at the Capitol. So everybody went to the Capitol to do
they
damage.
actually had a booth.
They had an event planned there, okay? And so that's what navigated everybody there. I highly doubt that President Trump, in the middle of his speech, wanted everybody to leave his speech and go to the Capitol.
I can assure you, because there are eyewitnesses to the fact that we're actually standing across from the ellipse, listening to the president speak, that were eyewitnesses to the fact that people such as Ray Epps and people working with him were moving through the crowd telling people, oh, you need to go down to the Capitol. The president wants you to go to the Capitol. And people were turning to each other saying, that doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, and it wouldn't make any sense. But then there you have it. So, very planned thing. It just amazes me, the hypocrisy here. It amazes me that they're having this trial with really no defense on Trump's part at all, or the January 6th. I mean, you talk about terrible situation going on right now. You've got January 6ers still sitting in that jail. I hate to beat a dead horse, but you can beat the dead horse because they're still sitting there. Lots of them are still sitting there. And the ones that aren't are under house arrest and going through all kinds of craziness. And then you got people like John Sullivan running around, and you got Mr. Epps, who is now being protected by the Democratic Party as a poor victim, from both sides, has to sleep with one eye open. Yeah, I bet. And they can't seem to find the frickin' bomber, or the pipe bomber. The pipe bomber that was probably planning to blow the place up, obviously, because why would you?
Any grandma pushing a walker through the crowd that was there waving a flag and singing God Bless America was interviewed by the FBI.
Yeah.
Go figure that. And I will make this point.
Yeah.
Do people realize that Brittany Griner Griner, whatever her name is, the female basketball player, she actually is receiving a more fair and expeditious trial in the USSR than the January 6ers are here. You might think on that.
Yep, absolutely. Where is America? Where's America?
I'm ready.
Where are you innocent, until proven guilty?
Exactly. Where is our justice system?
So you got people out there who absolutely on video incited violence that are not even arrested and absolutely protected. But then you have people like Richard Barnett. You have people like, all of these other people that are killing themselves, people, because they can't take it anymore. They've been sitting there.
Well, I mean, their family, they've lost their businesses, their jobs, their families have been threatened with death. You name it. It's like these people are on a pressure cooker for doing what? Going and waving a flag? Are you kidding me? Is this the country?
Right.
Is this my country? Okay, it's still my country, but it's become not my country because of the people that are doing this.
Yeah, it's just, it's terrible to think about this, and I know we said it earlier, but, if they could identify people with a tattoo on the wrist, or a watch, but yet they can't find, these people that are missing, that are on video, actually inciting the violence, and though all these January 6ers that are sitting in jail, a lot of them who incited nothing, who really took pictures,
didn't even go in the Capitol,
and didn't even go are in jail. Now, go figure, public. I mean, what say all of you out there about that?
Well, I have one last thing to say about that. A loss of liberty, for one, is a loss of liberty for all of us, because an unfair swing of political winds. And it can be you, it can be your family member, it can be your son, it can be your daughter, it can be your whoever. But this is a sign of things to come unless we stop it. And we have to stop it now and back it up.
Yeah, and I'm not going to have a whole lot of, good feelings towards people that come and start crying later if you're not standing up for those people now.
Right.
I mean, literally, when it becomes one of your own and a family member of you that have injustices done to them, and then you want to speak up, I'm probably going to, just...
Oops.
I don't know. Oops. They're being silenced. I mean, they're being beaten. They're being tarred and feathered. They're not getting fair trials. These people are killing themselves.
My thing is this. No matter what side you've been on, it's never too late to correct your thinking. And even if you've had the wrong mindset, you can rethink that.
You can.
And I can guarantee you, the good people around you are not going to beat you up over it.
Nope.
They're going to just say, thank God. We've all got to look at this for what it is. It's wrong.
You know what? That's true. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I know people that have jumped the fence and left the Democratic Party, and they were fearful of being scorned and belittled about that, and found themselves in a world of people that really just welcome them. To stay in, just because you've been part of a political family, let's say your mother and father, maybe your grandparents were, doesn't mean you have to be. That'd be the same as saying you have to stay in a bad marriage.
I just don't get it.
You don't have to do that. So, I don't know. I just, thought we'd bring that up today.
It's almost like an altar call.
It is. Oh, it is kind of an altar call. Let's go pray to Jesus, because we really all need to be.
That's what we've got to be doing.
You know what? We really do need to be. Our world is going to hell in a handbasket, and we are sitting by and watching it happen. So we need to be speaking up. We need to be saying something about it. So
stop being used. Stop being used.
And lied to.
Right.
You're being lied to.
And accepting it.
Yeah. So anyway, really, that's all for now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've got to go. We've got to go participate in some dog rescue.
Yep, we sure
fundraising.
Do.
So.
Yep. We're always off doing that, and we're not doing this. So we're just going to say, we love you guys out there. We just hope you guys stick in there and actually stand up, say something, see something, say something, do something.
Do something.
Okay,
do something positive.
So, all right, that's all for now.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.